Hey everyone, so I wanted to take this time to show you exactly how I generally do a think aloud or model of multiple choice questions, specifically when I have students use their reference tables. So in previous reflections and in previous narratives, I've talked about that there are ESRT questions, which I categorize as different questions on the assessment, on the Regents exam at the end of the year. Sometimes, oftentimes, they'll need the reference tables. And in some respects, as long as you know how to use your reference table, it's almost impossible to actually get the question wrong. So in this, which is sample number 1, which I'm going to show you, which I have a resource of, it says, which two types of organisms both survived the mass extinction that occurred at the end of the Permian period? So again, students generally know at this point what an extinction event is, and a mass extinction is an event such as an asteroid or comet impact where most of the organisms around the world go extinct within a relatively short period of time. So in this case, it's asking us which ones both survived. So if any of these in A, B, C, or D actually became extinct, we know by default that that's actually not the correct answer. So to do that, I'm going to go to my reference table, and I have it in this dual page view so you can see specifically how it looks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this area here, the time distribution of fossils. I'm going to use the information, I know it's a bit small, to help me figure it out. So first I want to see where the Permian period is, and hopefully you can follow my mouse on the left side here. The end of the Permian period here, it even says mass extinction of many land and marine organisms, including trilobites. So trilobites went extinct, and when I go back to my answer key, I can see, oh, A has trilobites. But again, I'm looking at both survived, so I know A is wrong. Well, let's look at B, corals and vascular plants. Corals, interesting. Looks like they're here. Looks like that line continues past the Permian period, so they both survived. So, interesting. Now, let me see. If I look here, vascular plants. I'm seeing and I'm seeing dinosaurs, mammals, birds, vascular plants is right here. Oh, perfect. It looks like that also survived. So in this case, it looks like we actually have our answer, which is answer choice B. But I always instruct my students never, ever, ever select an answer without looking at the other ones. So placoderm fish and graptolites, going back here, placoderm fish, just to use a quick example, go extinct even before that at the end of the Devonian period. So that's definitely not true. They didn't even exist at that time, so that is wrong. Answer choice C. And D, gastropods and eurypterids. Well, let's look. Gastropods. I'm just going to hunt for that term. Corals, dinosaurs, mammals, birds. Graptolites, eurypterids. Eurypterids go kind of extinct a little bit before the end of the Permian period, so I don't know about that, but it looks like gastropods survive. So we're looking for ones that both survived past the end of the Permian period. So since eurypterids did not, we know that's also not the best answer. So in this case, it looks like B, corals and vascular plants, is the answer. Again, because I used my reference table to confirm that both of those lines in my reference table go past the mass extinction event at the end of the Permian period, which indicated that they did not, as organisms, go extinct. So that is how I get an answer.